Oh, family love. If only it was easy as picking flowers from a field. Wouldn't that be the best? But we all know that family love is a greater challenge than that, especially right now. I remember my dad used to insist that all of us go on long drives in the countryside. It was torture to us siblings. Okay, let me tell you, because we were all four of us crammed in the back seat way before minivans ever existed, okay? So it was me, my sister, my brother, all crammed into that one back seat, sitting together too close to each other with no mobile devices at that time, okay? So we were like, you're touching me, stop it, get away from me. Bickering, fighting, my parents would have to stop and discipline us, and oh my goodness. Sibling challenges are no new thing to God, because even in the Bible, we hear over and over again from Cain murdering his brother Abel, from Jacob and Esau, who were polar opposites in personality. One parent chose one as a favorite and the other parent chose the other, which caused this massive tug of war in their family of love and hate. Oh, Mary and Martha conflicted over serving Jesus versus enjoying his presence. It's just real. Let's take a look at Jacob and his 11 stepbrothers. Let's start with that story, because we're talking about a major blended family, okay? 4 moms, 1 dad, and 12 siblings, okay? Oy vey. And then dad chooses Joseph as his favorite out of all 12 boys. He picks one. And what a setup for sibling conflict and issues. Whoa. When they're apart from each other, they do okay. But when they get near each other, which is true for all of us right now, am I right or am I right? We are way too near each other. There was talking smack behind each other's back. There was sneaking around. There was tattletaling. There was spying. There were plots to destroy one another. There was lying going on. Joseph is eventually sold into slavery by his own brothers. And then they faked his death and lied to his father. It was a serious situation. Now, in the end, when Joseph becomes the second in command in Egypt, okay, and he's able to save his entire family from starvation during a famine when there was no food in the land, Joseph sees some things crystal clear. Not because he was able to forgive his brothers, not because they deserved forgiving, and not even because they apologized to him, because they did not do that. Whoa. Instead, Joseph had come to realize who God was in his life. And it didn't matter how he was being treated by anyone else around him. God was still God, and God was able to meet every one of his needs apart from other people. Wow. Joseph could trust God with his needs. Even when his siblings meant evil to him, God turned those things into good for everyone in the family. That's how big and good God is. So, what does this mean? Let's think about what Scripture tells us. Psalms 35:2 says that we can forgive our brothers and sisters because God is our fortress and our refuge. He's the shield who watches out for us even when no one else is. We can run to him. Matthew 6:12 says that for all the evil that our brothers do towards us, we also are doing evil at the same time towards them. And because of that, we both need forgiveness. So let's just forgive. 1 Corinthians 13:5 says that love keeps no record of wrongs. I mean, how exhausting is it to keep track of everything that someone does against you and to hold it against them forever? Instead, let's choose love and erase all of those things we're holding on to. That is forgiveness. Finally, Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Why don't we just step back for a moment, breathe, spend some time with the Lord, listening to him, having him give us some guidance, and then come back together with our families and try this, okay? Sit together and talk about all of the best times you've ever had together. All of the wacky stuff that's happened in your life, all of the fun, most exciting adventures that you've done together, from the simplest thing on up to the most complicated vacation that you ever took. Think about those things and laugh together, and then give thanks to the Lord for those things. And then step back and ask each other, where is your frustration coming from right now? Is there something that I need to hear from your heart that will help me understand why we're having this kind of battle today? You see, conflicts are inevitable, especially when we're too close to each other. Conflicts are real, but healthy resolution brings families and siblings back together. That's family love. Please forgive each other. Spend some time doing this week. Love you guys.